So I'll tell you, there is no force more powerful in a workplace than the force of food and what food can do to people and how it can motivate and engage them. Mm-hmm. And where I come from, some of you all may or may not know, I am San Antonian, okay? So I'm Hispanic from San Antonio, Texas, and I live in San Antonio. I'm very proud of San Antonio, but I'm absolutely a taco connoisseur. All right. So I know a good taco and I know where to get them. So if you're ever in San Antonio,
holler at your girl.
Holler at me. I also love eating tacos, especially with the Mexican Coke. So that's kind of my go-to there. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Give me that real sugar cane shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? I drink it right from that glass bottle.
Yes.
Oh, boy,
ice
do I love it.
I've seen it. You have
cold.
good pictures with that on your stories.
I always pose.
Yeah, they look great. I love it.
And that's just to share, boy, I'm fucking living in a moment right now.
I love
right?
it. I can sense it. It comes through.
Yeah, I'm having a thing, you know? I'm having a date with myself. But the power of food in the workplace, right? And so, as I shared, I love tacos, and a lot of the places that I've worked have loved tacos. And I have, unbelievably, really, a handful of stories about tacos and the drama that tacos have caused for me personally as an HR professional and in different departments and in groups. I'm not kidding. You know, one that comes to mind is that in a prior organization, a prior life, long time ago, I think I did a TikTok on this, to be honest with you, because it's just one of those crazy career moments. But in that workplace, we were basically paying a guy to be a taco delivery person. Now, we didn't realize that. We didn't realize he's spending 6 hours out of his day basically taking a company golf cart off-site miles down the road to a taco place to that after spending an hour or two taking everyone's order who was on his order list, then taking that golf cart with multiple coolers miles down the street, driving illegally, of course, with our property, to put in that order, then, you know, hanging out there for 30 minutes, 45 minutes. While they made the order,
the giant order,
and made the order, and having it, you know, packaged a certain way, so he knew where he was dropping that shit off, and back in the facility. And again, this was a 1.25 mile long facility, FYI.
Oh, hence the golf cart.
Yeah, hence the golf carts and tons of trikes, all that stuff, right? And then he would deliver, come back, have to drive in a golf cart on a real city street, and then, you know, deliver those tacos. And he was spending, you know, the vast majority of his workday doing that. And, you know, that was a unionized workplace. And when we realized that was happening, we tried to put a stop to it. We could not put a stop to that. He was totally protected by the union.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
I mean, that's a great fucking job.
That's a great job, just being the taco guy. And like everyone loves you.
Well, yes. But that being said, you have to go around and talk to every single person and say, you know, what's your order?
What's your order today?
Can you hold Can you hold this? Can you hold that? No, that is my worst nightmare. And then going and translating that to the restaurant, I would Norma Ray his job all day long, because that is something I would not want to. He deserves all the protections in the world to deal with people, both the taking of the order and the delivering of the order.
Well, he liked it, right? I mean, you know,
clearly.
Well, I guess that's true. That's why I wouldn't have taken the job. That's a fair point.
He wasn't told probably to do that job. He just adopted that job.
Taco guy.
He wasn't hired for that. You know, I think he just took that upon himself. You know, but no, we couldn't stop it, and then my ass just started ordering from him too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I know, right?
I'll take a barbacoa.
What's your go-to taco order?
It depends, of course, typical HR, but it's going to depend on what that taco place is known for. So it would not be the same order everywhere. So that's the thing, especially being in San Antonio, we've got places for every single dish, right, that we would go to.
Of course.
So I'm not going to get carnitas from everywhere. I'm not going to get barbacoa from everywhere, right? I've got a chicken cilantro taco place even, you know? But if I'm just doing like a drive-through taco, like a quickie.
Yeah. Taco Bell?
No, never Taco Bell. I couldn't even tell you where one was. I'm sorry. No.
You should apologize.
I'm from San Antonio.
I get it.
Like I can make tortillas.
Apology. Love Taco Bell.
But I am a slut for Taco Bell.
Yeah, but that's, you know, that's not really puro, is what we would say. You know what I mean? But I'm sure there are Taco Bells in San Antonio.
No, you're not.
I'm looking for delicioso.
You're not. But if I am going to like a drive-through taco place, it's probably just a bacon, egg, cheese, and refried bean taco.
Like a breakfast burrito, or no?
What if it's just like middle of the day?
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. That actually does sound delicious.
Go to San Antonio.
Yes.
No, yeah, we eat. So it's so funny because in San Antonio, you know what we call Mexican food?
Food.
Yeah, right.
It's just literally how we eat.
I've heard San Antonio, the Riverwalk. I've never been to San Antonio, and so
you gotta go.
Well, we're going.
We're coming. We're coming. We're visiting.
We're going.
Yes.
But the power of tacos, right? And then conversely, in another organization, just briefly, I'll say that I tried to. My bad. We realized that we weren't starting shift on time. In fact, we were starting the first shift, about an hour after we should, and I had to investigate that, and it was because of the line for tacos. Someone was just showing up. Someone's mom, of course, was showing up and selling tacos out of a cooler, out of her trunk.
Love it.
And there was a line for that. And I tried to shut that down.
No.
And it was, I almost had a union campaign. And I was like, you know what? I just had to tell the leadership team,
that's what it is.
We're going to start an hour late.
Yeah.
Someone get her some help, I guess.
Literally. No, literally, right? Or we needed the delivery guy from the other business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's creative solutions to that.
But see, very unique situations based on your region and your little area of the world.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But if you are in central South Texas,
that sounds
tacos
like a
are going to
killer job.
Put you in business or out of it.
Yeah.
What kind of tacos do you get?
That's funny. I was actually about to ask you your Taco Bell order.
Oh,
so
dear.
my go-to Taco Bell is the cheesy gordita crunch.
Yeah.
And a Baja Blast.
Yeah.
Okay, Taco Bell, sponsor us.
Oh my gosh. Don't sponsor me. No offense. Let's get this meeting kicked off, right? So let's jump and dive into the agenda for today. We're going to start with our cringe corporate speak, and Jamie is going to take that one on for us. And then we'll transition to our hot topic today, which is why people make fun of pizza parties, right? So people love to say pizza party in the Instagram and on the TikTok, right? You see all of those funny videos there. I know I've mentioned it myself, but we're going to talk a little bit about what that comes from and perhaps why. And then, of course, because we have a hard stop, Jamie and Ashley have to go get Taco Bell. We will, of course, close the meeting out with questions and comments. And so transitioning from our water cooler talk to cringe corporate speak, take it away, Jamie.
Yeah. So actually, speaking of tacos, pink tacos is
my God.
the cringy corporate speak. I almost can't even not laugh myself.
Oh, you will.
Is double click. So obviously, I think we know what it means in a corporate sense, right? Like we're double clicking into it. We're zooming in. We're expanding. We're going to explore it more. But this one irks the shit out of me because I think of double clicking your mouse.
Your personal mouse, if you got one.
Now, did you know what that meant?
No.
You had a look on your face.
Leigh is so innocent and had no idea.
Not even close.
We know
That's fascinating. I'm
she's
disappointed.
not, but that's fine.
I'm disappointed in myself. It's not something that I've used.
Well, yeah. And once again, it's usually men who use it. No thought or regard to what it may mean slang wise, but it's just, another thing that I'm like, oh, you said what? Like, don't
you get the ick.
Yeah. Like, let's not do that. Let's not double click into the pink taco. At least right now.
Yeah.
In this meeting.
Oh,
maybe later.
My gosh.
What would you have people say instead, Jamie?
Maybe let's explore this a little more. But I feel like that's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Can we talk about this?
Yeah.
But it also is cringy. Like it's like
I know. I'm
yeah.
And I don't know. And like what really happens when you double click a mouse, right? You go into like the document or
something opens up.
Yeah, something opens.
I think it's the left side of the mouse. Yeah, you do. The right side is what I look at if I'm trying to sound smart and I find a synonym. Like I can't remember if I'm you know what I mean? Like other words, like what's the thesaurus, like
little
help me
thing.
change. Great. Okay, well, I've said great 3 times in this sentence. So let's get a little more creative.
I know, right? Majestic. How majestic.
That makes sense. Now we have ChatGPT, so it's all.
I know. Now we're saved. Now we're saved.
Yeah.
You don't have to say double click anymore, creepers at the workplace. You can chat GPT other things for that.
Yes, please.
Like now, the thing is now people are going to hear this and they're going to be in a meeting and they're going to hear it and they're going to like
I know.
out
Snicker.
loud, and we're apologize for the visuals that you're going to get.
And I apologize if you've never heard double click as
I have not like that.
Well, I celebrate if you've never heard it before. I think that's fantastic. So hopefully you can keep your streak up.
I'm sorry.
You know what? I'm going to stop. I'm just going to
celibate with the double clicking.
Celibate or celebrate?
I heard celibate. Oh, you said celebrate. Oh, my bad. Okay, I heard celebrate. Okay,
Celebrate later tonight with double clicking.
With the double clicking.
Oh my God.
I have. That's real slang. I believe it. I just never heard it like that. But I don't use double clicking in the office. I don't think that's not like a thing that I say. I don't think I really heard that
I think
a
in
lot.
manufacturing, but that's a benefit of working.
Yeah, but it's tech startups, right? Everyone double click at everything.
Yeah, it's a lot.
We love to zoom in.
Oh, I know.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Teams in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, that's a good one.
I need to get these visuals out of my head. Can we
let's
get...
move on.
Let's
but I am going to try
get into
to
the
work
meat of
in
the
double
meeting.
click.
Of course. But let's go ahead and double click then into the hot topic today. Already used it. You like that? And that is all about why we make fun of pizza parties. If you don't know what we're talking about, you could probably just put into that Instagram or the TikTok search bar pizza parties, and all sorts of videos, some viral, many viral ones are going to come up about employees really, complaining, air quotes, about just receiving pizza, right? Because the whole gist of it is that people are using pizza instead of bonuses, pizza instead of real compensation, right? Doing it in lieu of. So what are our thoughts on the pizza parties? We had
record-breaking profits in 2023. Here's a pizza party to celebrate our victory. No thanks. And also, it's usually HR who's ordering the stupid pizza. And then we're also having to limit people on the number of slices they have. They can have, a limit too. You can have a breadstick. Oh my God. I mean, I myself have made several videos about pizza parties and I get it. It is an inexpensive way to celebrate. Typically, food is an easy way to celebrate employees and bring employees together. Me, as someone who has worked in the hospitality industry and actually even the healthcare industry that I work now is a 24/7 facility with a kitchen. A lot of times we like to make sure that employees are fed and fed well, but that also includes those that are preparing it right. So you need to remember them. So one thing we would do a lot in hospitality was bring in food trucks so that the cooks and the chefs didn't have to prepare the 200 meals for on-site staff. But pizza was easy and it was inexpensive. And when you have zero budget, unfortunately, that pizza isn't an easy substitute.
What if you could have an employment law sidekick, there to answer questions about the laws in every state in an instant, all created by a team of lawyers that's always available without an eye-popping legal bill? You can have it. It's $650. In HR, compliance is the pesky paperwork that's always on our to-do list, and it's needed, but it's so hard. $650 takes care of your legal questions, so you can take care of your people. Tackling multi-state compliance can feel like a battle, but with $650, it's a walk in the park. They can answer your state law questions, create your agreements and offer letters, and have tools like a 50-state employee handbook builder that keeps you ahead, all while saving you time and money. Plus, their alerts integrate directly into your documents, keeping you constantly updated and in the loop. Now, all you HR pros, streamline your multi-state compliance with ease. Visit 650.com/besties. It's SIXFIFTY.com/besties and see how 650 makes compliance less complicated.
I think that this is really funny because I do believe there is some regionality, geography about this, because I don't think I've ever ordered pizza.
Really?
No, because I'm bringing in tacos.
Oh, well,
and I'm
there
bringing,
probably is.
and I'm bringing in raspas, like snow cone.
I've done shaved ice.
Yeah, which is what was raspas, snow cones, right? Yeah, and so we bring in the shaved ice because it's hot.
Yeah.
a lot of times in Texas, right? Hello.
I wonder
right?
if they do like a lobster roll up in.
Yeah. That's
For real. I'm just curious.
I mean, that would be pricey.
That would be delicious.
But I do think, I think people make fun of it when it's like in lieu of other things, and when it's disproportionately.
And pizza's cheap, is what they're saying.
Pizza's cheap. But that being said, like if someone's complaining, put that person complaining in charge of getting everyone's taco or other order.
For sure.
They'll be like, we're gonna call the papa and order the papa, and we're gonna be done with life, and like no choices, no substitutions. And so it's not like anything like that. And those that are in chefs or those in HR are frequently have the complaints.
Oh, yeah.
You know, this, you didn't have this, and you there's certain things like food allergies and sensitivities.
Vegetarian options.
But and so you got
keto and whatever.
And gluten free.
I went through a phase when I was in pretty good health. When I was a senior in high school, and I would eat a pizza without cheese. That is like a plate of sadness right there. It was literally like dough and sauce. And
you still have the sauce on?
Why didn't you have the cheese?
Because I was trying to be healthy. But also like my teacher who had lost all this weight, and I was like, oh, this is great. And I thought that's what she would get. And I tried it, and I convinced myself that was delicious. No, it wasn't delicious. It was a plate of sadness is what it was.
I would think the healthiest part would be the cheese. It's got the protein.
Probably not the type of pizza we were getting at DuPont Manual High School in Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay, there we go.
Fair enough. But I think one thing I see that's kind of hard is you have like for a for-profit company that does have record profits in these things, like you can't that's not compensation. And so it's one thing to have it in meetings, but when you look at things like a school, a nonprofit, government agencies, things like that, they don't have as much budget, and so they're trying to do things, and sometimes that is the best you could do. And so I think it's important in those organizations to say, look, we're trying to do what we can, and this is not in lieu of, what we're trying to do for you otherwise, but this is the kind of celebration we can do. And the people in those industries often tend to be more service oriented and hopefully get other benefits in terms of lifestyle. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. But it's more of those like for-profit companies where you see like
the Fortune 500, the Fortune 100 companies that
put out
the Papa John's order, and you're like, really?
Well, you're telling the street, like, we've had this is our percentage profit, or your investors, and you're painting this picture. But then when it comes to having that compensation, like, well, times are tough. And so that's the frustration that I think people get, is when it's disproportionate.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. And I think it's very important, though, too, to recognize that unless you are getting paid through pizza, which there are those organizations that are that cheap and, and
volunteer and, do this project on the weekend, show up, we'll thank everyone with pizza.
Exactly.
Well,
and that's it.
And a class action lawsuit. But
food should be a bare minimum. You know what I mean? If employees are doing hard work, that should be a bare minimum, and not a celebratory. Pizza? No, not necessarily pizza, but I just mean like feeding your staff.
Yeah. I don't think pizza generally is like that much of a celebration. It's like a nice thing. Yeah, it's a nice thing. It's not expected. It's not always expected, but like especially if you're having a meeting around lunchtime, like do it.
Yeah, no. But my whole point is, what I was saying is that it's not about compensating you. It's about bringing you out of your offices. It's about engagement, right? It's about bringing people together and having a meal, at least where I come from. Yeah. It's a communal activity. And that's the whole purpose of having food in the office, or bringing something in like a snow cone truck or, an ice cream truck or whatever it is, the pizza, what I mean? So the hope would be that, if your organization is throwing, pizza parties, right? It's not in lieu of your compensation, 1,000%, but it is a way to get people out. Now, what I would recommend is that why don't you take a quick survey or poll and ask people what they want to eat and mix that shit up. If you're doing pizza all the time,
I would love the things of that poll. Oh my God, you better be deliver on. No,
well, it's multiple choice.
Yeah,
I wouldn't put a text box in that shit, But if everyone's complaining about pizza, y'all only ever have pizza, and then especially if you're not doing bonuses, just skip that pizza.
Yeah,
then
actually, you know what? Next time you have a pizza party, give out bonuses.
Oh, I know. Give everyone a gift card to Papa John's for $50, and then go have pizza themselves too on the weekend. You know what I mean?
Feed their family.
But just understand, hopefully, or recognize or realize, in some workplaces, the whole point though of doing any sort of pizza party or food it is as an actual engagement activity with the hopes that people are getting together, they're talking, it's bringing people out from their cubes or off the floor or whatever, to actually converse and be a little communal.
Thinking about this in compensation, again, especially I'm really going to go at for-profit companies here, is that with this in lieu of, there's some organizations that will literally have policies say, you have to be at this level to be bonus eligible. And I say, what the fuck? But because so you're telling me this group of people, because of the work that they do, and oftentimes they're at that level that may be supportive, they're not entitled to any bonus whatsoever. I mean, it's more standard course to have bonuses increase in some of those executive, but thinking about that, but to tell certain people you are not, some are eligible, some are not for any sort based on your level in this category, I think is a huge driver. And it's that type of feeling that gets beyond just the pizza party. And so you're telling those people, not only is this your thanks, but like they're not eligible for something that they're likely to contributing to and to their boss's goal that is getting those bonuses in their work. And also for a manager, that makes it a really hard sell for people to want to feel engaged to then get you more money when they're not at all eligible. And it's those types of disproportionate policies that sometimes, it's motivating to get someone to want to move up the ladder. I don't know. Ask them.
Yeah.
Everyone should get a piece of the pie.
Pizza pie.
Pizza pie.
Hey, like that. Everyone should get a little
spicy
pizza pie.
Sometimes you'll also see like leadership team meetings that will have food. And then the scraps at the end.
Oh, I know. Take the scraps to the break room.
Do you know?
And I'm in there like a trash can, eating that shit, though. I'm eating the people's trash.
You send me an email that says free food. Yeah. I'm the first one fucking there. I'm sprinting down the hallway.
But I think for organizations to think about that, and if you've never thought about this before, think about if you have it in your whole, Knights of the Round Table leadership meeting is all getting free food, and you have some scraps, and just think about ordering some extra and saying, as it's delivered to the leadership team, we'll have you in the cafeteria for everybody on this day, and think about what that's like, because it is much more welcoming than going in. Because same way, I will scrap for food, but then when it's not there, it's that level of resentment. Just order enough to have it for people occasionally, and it will be less workers' comp claims based on the fight over the last delicious chicken wing.
Yeah. I mean, I am one. I do love food in the office. I like picking up food, especially if I'm running late, right? As long as you're bringing donuts or you're bringing tacos, it's totally okay if you're running late, right? You got to be that person. I do see it as a wonderful way to get to know each other. You know what I mean? And I just love free food too, right?
Same.
So that has not like left me after going to state school and whatnot. There'd always be pizza out for whatever, some companies in, and they,
Your girl is hungry.
Yeah, exactly. So I do love the free food, and I always love, purchasing that as HR, because I just pick the things I want to eat, or that I know people want to eat. I ask around, what do y'all want to eat?
Yeah.
What do you feel like?
A very small power that HR can
it
sometimes
is a very
have.
small
is the power of choice, but it matters. I agree.
It does matter. It does matter. But again, that should never be in lieu of actually compensating people, you know what I mean? Which hopefully folks are not doing out there. And again, Ashley makes the brilliant point of, hey, there's some organizations that, they can't afford the taco trucks of the world, right? And we get that. And so they do something. And man, let's be grateful for that, right? You know when you work in a place that's not for profit. You know what I mean? So,
it is.
But be grateful for the effort, especially probably of the HR organization that's, having to coordinate all of that and bring that in and recognize that as an opportunity to engage, and break bread really, with others.
And please clean up after yourself, and don't make HR and the executive assistants clean up after you as a grown-ass adult, please, because that is also rude.
So rude. But yeah, pizza parties in the workplace. Again, that meme and that funny thing ain't going anywhere on the internet. People love that shit.
No, if you want to get a few million views, just paint yourself like a clown and be like, I work for pizza parties, and it's an easy way that people will get some more follows.
Exactly. Yeah. So, the official recommendation for me is maybe not do the pizza unless everyone loves pizza in your team, department, workplace, whatever, but get maybe creative with the food choice. Don't stop the food altogether, but definitely don't sub it for any sort of real compensation. My God, I don't want to get paid in pizza personally.
Well, maybe like a 1% pizza.
1%. Yeah. I'll take a 1% taco share.
Yeah, for sure.
That sounds good.
I know now we really are going to San Antonio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, definitely come to San Antonio and we'll just eat a bunch of tacos. I got all my places.
Yeah, I was going to say, take us to all your spots.
Yeah, we should have an HR Besties meetup in San Antonio.
Yes.
I think that would be fantastic. We actually had our first HR Besties meetup in cold, rainy Atlanta, or Dunwoody, technically, you know what I mean? Suburb of Atlanta. You know, we had a lot of folks out and that was really fun, you know, meeting the community and getting to connect with people.
Each of you are VVIPs. We really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun, right? So we'll keep that going. We'll tour around. As you heard here, the gals are going to come to San Antonio and we're going to have a taco tour.
Yeah, we have some. We have some at this point when this comes out. Hopefully, we'll have them up on our website. But we do have some events where you will be able to see HR Besties speaking, perhaps at some conferences.
Yes.
So
out and about. And if you want us at yours,
reach out.
And then, of course, I'm making y'all fuckers come to Nashville. We'll get some hot chicken.
Obviously.
hello@hrbesties.com. If you need a live podcast team at your conference or for your workplace, we'll come and we'll bring tacos. So that sounds fantastic. And now I do recognize we have a hard stop. And again, that is because Jamie and Ashley have to go get some Taco Bell.
Shipping can make or break a sale, so optimize how you ship your orders with ShipStation. They make it easy to automate and manage orders no matter how big your business grows. And they might even be able to help reduce shipping and warehouse costs. So optimize and keep up your momentum for growth with ShipStation. Sign up for your free 60-day trial now at ShipStation.com and use the code POD. That's ShipStation.com with the code POD.
And so we will end the staff meeting, of course, with our questions and comments. Does anyone have any questions or any comments?
I actually wanted to just a quick comment to circle back on the trash panda.
Double click.
Just because you're trash, it doesn't mean you can't do great things. It's called garbage can, not garbage cannot.
I love that.
What the fuck? That's okay.
That's cute.
That's really cute. Did you make that up?
Yes.
I love being a trash panda for food.
Yeah.
I love leftovers. I will just eat your trash.
Literally sprint.
No, I'm not kidding.
Yeah, I will sprint down the hallway.
I just love to dabble.
Yeah, or like cake, the birthday cake. Like I'm that girl that will put like on my work besties calendar, like split a cupcake.
Oh yeah, like someone had a cake in the bar last night, and we helped ourselves to it.
We sure did. They invited us.
Yeah, they invited us over for a slice. But but that was someone's trash cake. Really, it was leftover cake from someone else's birthday party and event, and we're just eating that like trash pandas. I mean, literally. So, question or comment, Ashley?
Okay, if someone were to get you a food, aside from tacos or pizza or anything, were to get you a food and you were going to say, oh, that made my day, I absolutely crave that, what would it be?
Cheese.
Okay.
In any form.
Really?
Yeah.
String cheese?
No. I mean, I'd still eat a string cheese.
Blue cheese?
Yeah.
Formunda?
What?
Formunda? Oh my God. Y'all don't know good cheese, okay?
Clearly.
I love cheese.
God, there is probably, I love red curry. Like, I could eat
that's
it.
Really niche.
I wasn't picking that.
I could probably eat it for every meal of my entire life. Like, I'm obsessed with it.
Oh, wow.
If you could do that, you'd probably go viral, like on YouTube. Like,
you should do it 30 days doing that.
I had a day and I ate for 30 days. I
had a Costco hot dog 3 times a day. McDonald's every day.
But yeah, red curry would be for me.
Oh, what about you?
Movie theater popcorn.
Ooh, with extra
choice.
butter?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, damn. God.
Yes, ma'am. Movie theater butter, some popcorn salt. Give me a cherry Coke. We are good. And a glass of wine maybe as well. And I will settle down in that comfy theater chair and I will not move. And I will walk up and have popcorn all over myself and have to shake it off and pretend like it was the person behind me. But
exactly, just all in your lap.
That is my self-care.
And it's like when you do that though, like you get that hurt line of salt over your lips, like everything's burning and the top of your mouth is destroyed.
It hurts.
Like it's stinging. Your hands are glistening and the salt is in your cuticle. I mean, you're just like destroyed after that, like physically.
It was worth it though.
And then I'm like,
it was worth it.
Well, then like for like Like I'm walking through the house and there's like the little like small pieces of it.
Oh, of course, it's in your hair and
flicking off and that, and I'm breaking my teeth on the half pops. You know, like the half pop kernels. Like, oh my God, I can't get enough.
Gosh,
yeah. I'm gonna be dodging dentures. My teeth.
Did you know that you can just actually go and get movie theater popcorn? Like you don't have to buy a ticket. You could just go and get movie theater.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's like how like you're an adult now and you can go buy cake at the store. Like you can I buy birthday cakes and just fucking eat them.
Same cookie cakes.
I'm a slut for cake.
Yeah,
I
same.
may have to end this meeting.
I know, like that. We've really taken it. Wow. I hope you're not hungry if you're listening.
Publix,
this
I will go buy a Publix cookie cake and just eat it.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, with my family. Like, that made me sound like.
Oh, you think we're envisioning you on the couch, just like eating
the guy from Matilda, like
Yeah. Well, I do not have a question, but I do have a quick comment, and that is that I love lunch buddies. And I love being a lunch buddy. So I am one of those sick fucks at the workplace that loves to lunch. Like I'm a diner. Like that's where I do my best work. I'm going to be honest. I love having lunch meetings and I love breaking bread with people and connecting with people over lunch. And I love doing the same thing at work dinners. I love a work dinner. Even as an introvert, I love a work dinner. I just do, because I just learn so much about people in those dinners and in those lunches. So I love being a lunch buddy. You are always welcome to invite me to eat. I love that, right? So I am definitely a foodie in that way. But shout out to all my lunch buddies globally, of which there are many, all the people that I've eaten with across my career. My God, I sound like such a whore when I say that. I've had so much food with so many people.
I know.
But I love them.
Pre-COVID, same. I loved a lunch date with my one work
quick
bestie.
Coffee run.
That was my absolute favorite. But, truthfully, we have not been able to do it much since
That's true.
Post-COVID.
Yeah, it's true. But you remember those days?
Yes.
Like pre-COVID?
I don't. See, I was, as a lawyer, I would... When I was billing time, I always wanted to, work as much. And so I never, I mean, at my desk to this day. I eat at my desk.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
like
so
working
unhealthy.
from home,
my God.
I always eat at my desk.
It's
even when I'm in the office, I eat at my desk.
That's one of my goals. I'm going to get out and do more.
Yeah.
And text my girlfriends and go out more in lunch buddies. Even myself, out going out to eat by myself. That's something that I don't do enough that I like to, but I actually probably prefer to go to somebody. I'm a pretty big extrovert.
But that's one of my, get you a taco, girl.
Yeah, I'm going to.
But that's one of my HR superpowers is going out to lunch, especially with the leaders that I coach.
I love that.
Because, you really let your guard down. And that's just a way that I build relationships. And I build really strong relationships with the people that I work with. That means a lot to me. And so that's how I do it. I just trick them with food.
You trick them and you double click them. And
my God.
Oh my God.
Whoa. Wait, what? Whoa. As usual, this meeting has now taken a drastic turn for the worse, but we have to go run and get those tacos, double clicking those tacos. Oh shit. I just made it worse though, didn't I? That was terrible. I apologize for that. But if you're hungry, go get you some food. And if you do have a lunch buddy, I hope sometimes that you pick up the bill, and I hope sometimes they pick up the bill for you too. I think that's really important. If you don't have a lunch buddy, like totally get you a lunch buddy. Like Ashley's making that goal for her to get out and feed. At least stand up from your desk. Please don't just eat at your desk all the time. Get you some fresh air. I think that's important. Thank you so much for joining us for yet another episode of HR Besties. We hope that you enjoyed this staff meeting, and we look forward to seeing you at the next one.